Right, so I'm off to Greece in just a couple of hours, and this is the second video I've made this morning. Still wearing my nose ring. My nose, it basically just opens up things a little bit, and you know, when you open up, I suppose where we are in our lives, it's a challenge. Or if you stop and you audit and you kind of take a moment to look at where you are, that's a big challenge for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people around the world perhaps don't want to look at where they are because they might face up to a reality that there are things that aren't right. There are things they can change, especially when it comes to well-being, you know. And I'm really going to be so honest with this journey that I'm on. I just got really upset because I just looked at this beautiful picture this morning and just realized just how much I miss my wife, you know, who passed away in 2023, and my parents is also, you know, hugely inspiration to me. To lose those people over a short period of time, over 5 years, was hugely difficult. I didn't actually have a chance to really process the passing of my parents. I didn't have a chance to really deal with that because life was moving so fast. I was moving so fast. I was moving so fast. I've always moved so fast that I was glad they didn't suffer. My father got ill first, and I was there for my mum and helping my mum with my dad and doing all of that stuff. And then a couple of years later, my mum then passed away. And then literally just a few months later, my wife got sick again. And you might or might not know the journey that we went on, which was just incredible. For 2011, actually, my wife was first diagnosed with brain cancer and not given very long to live. But we looked outside the box, and I didn't realize just how traumatized I was from all of that until she got sick again, because it was only when I stopped that I could look back and realize when she got sick again, I could feel all this trauma that I'd kept inside myself for so long. And then my way of dealing with difficulty was sugar. You know, I was just eating lots of chocolate. But then when she passed away, I carried on. But then at one point, I just stopped. I just realized there was no alternative for me. I had to stop and really look at what I was doing and where that was going to take me. And I realized that I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. You know, I've been preaching health and well-being for years. And I realized, yes, I was exercising. Yes, I was meditating. Yes, I keep a journal and a few other things that I do. But in terms of, I was just lying to myself, really, about how I was living my life. And I know it's not easy to change your life, but I just feel this sadness, big sadness that Hannah is not here. She was so intentional about her well-being when she first got diagnosed. She was incredible in terms of she changed her diet. She used to smoke. She stopped smoking. She completely changed everything. And it's a sad reality, maybe. Or maybe it's a wake-up call that has transformed so many people's lives, that something happened and it just gave them a kick up the backside for them to change their life. And what I have realized now more than ever is what I've dedicated my life to. You know, 1989 is when I first started working in the industry as a fitness trainer and an aerobics instructor. That is 35 years of my life. 35 years of my life I have dedicated to helping people. I've written 20 books. I have spoken all over the world. I've been on TV, had my own TV show, millions of people. I think the difference between then and now is there's so many other people like me who are also making noise and have got something to say about health and well-being. And I most definitely have got something to say about health and well-being, and that's around intentionally thinking about it. And I have done a lot of soul searching. I've worked so hard on changing my inner environment through how I live, through the practice of certain things, because I think wellness is a practice. Wellness is for most of us in this world today, it's a choice. And I'm really curious around the choices that people make and where those choices line up to. And is it possible that a lot of those changes are going to line up to a place where you go, this isn't where I want to be. This isn't how I want this thing to finish off. And I only think it's when we stop and we decide to audit and look at where we are that we have possibilities. Because if we don't stop and we just carry on, you know what happens, right? We repeat. That's what humans do. We are repeaters. We are repeat. That's one of the books I wrote all those years ago in 2003 about habit busting, about why we have habits, what's the purpose of habits. Well, there's a few reasons, but one is we learn habits so we can forget them. What I mean is you don't have to think about many of the habits that you have, like lifting up a mug. You just know how to do it. You think it, you do it. You don't have to, how do I lift that up? Okay, so first of all, I have to imagine if you had to do that. And many of us have habits which don't serve us. I'm just ready to work in a more intentional way, to work with the willing. I know my strength. My strength is heavily around helping people, empowering people to be empowered. So what they do is their choice. I've helped a lot of people over the years, but I've only just got started. I really feel I've only just got started. And if this message, it resonates with you, then just let me know. Let me know, because I have resources. I have so many things I can share with you that could help you take ownership of this wonderful thing that you have, your mind and your body. And I know that my wife, if she was alive today, she would be telling me to just get on with it. That was her motto, just get on with it. And it is intentional, intentional thinking. And we can all have intentional thinking. We can all think above and beyond where we are. We can all have clarity around what's important. And I am going to say this. I'm not saying any of this is easy. I'm not. But if you are someone who is just ready to transform your health, your energy, your well-being, so you can have greater well-being in what we call the basic three areas of life that are important to most people. And that is your health and your energy, your relationships with others, and the relationship you have with you. And of course, your wealth, your work, your service, what you're here to do. So if any of this resonates with you and you want to have a conversation about it, let's do it. Let's just get on with it. Let's have it. Have it? Have what? It. Intentional thinking with your well-being. Thank you for watching, and there's more to come. That's for sure.